Hello, and thank you for watching. My name's Bill Gibbons, and this is my latest diary. I'm still recovering from a major panic attack I had after meeting with the National Autistic Society and a few members of Parliament on Thursday, I think it was. It basically triggered a flare-up of my eczema, which I've been putting cream on to try and die down, but it never really does have much effect. It just seals it a little to stop it weeping. So I've written to Dame Cheryl Gillen and David Mackenzie, Cheryl Gillen MP, who was chairing the online meeting, and David Mackenzie is part of the National Autistic Society, who was hosting the meeting. It's all confusing. And I've given my feedback on the meeting and how it's affected me, because no one seemed to be taking any notice. And I missed the entire meeting virtually. I mean, I actually did miss the entire meeting because I was trying to get in touch with someone by Twitter or email because I didn't have any chat, and I felt like my input was not being appreciated. So I emailed them this morning about direct feedback on the meeting and how it's affected me mentally still, and I've given them a synopsis of what's been going on with myself and Waltham Forest Council over the last 10 months. Fingers crossed. I've even sent it to Matt Hancock because I just wanted to thank him personally for his work on the revised Mental Health Act. I know he probably won't see it, but at least I've thanked him. So we'll see what happens from that. What else is happening? It was a quiet-ish weekend. With Lita's help, I actually managed to go shopping to Sainsbury's, and I was shocked. Apart from 2 people, everyone were wearing masks. I thought Sainsbury's would be better than most because it's normally for elderly people anyway. You don't normally get a lot of young people shopping at Sainsbury's, despite the Jamie Oliver connection and, trying to drive it down young. The local one is mainly elderly people anyway. There were 2 people that was wearing masks, but not correctly. One was a customer who, strangely enough, ended up in front of us at the queue, at the checkout. And the checkout was a lot quicker under lockdown than it was before lockdown. I think there's less chatting and less communication, so people just get on with the job, which is fantastic for people with autism. I must admit, in Tesco's, I used to be a culprit of that. I used to chat to the people in Tesco's because they knew me. I was in there, every day virtually. I'd go for a little bit of shopping every now and then, just to have someone to talk to, I'd go through with like £5 or £6 worth of stuff just to talk to a checkout person. That seems a long time ago now. I don't think I'll ever be able to go out and shop by myself anymore. I mean, I can't even get on a bus or a tube, even accompanied now. Maybe when lockdown ends and the restrictions end and there's less less rule breaking, then maybe. But until that point, which I don't see as being very close, I reckon it's at least a year away before normality returns. Because the one thing I'm worried about is they're going to mass roll out vaccines, and in 3 or 4 months' time we'll find there's a new version of COVID that's resilient to the vaccine, and it would have been for nothing basically. So Lita did all the cooking this weekend, which was fantastic. I don't know whether it's because I wasn't doing the cooking, but her cooking tastes a lot better than mine. Even my salad is just like lettuce, cucumber, maybe a bit of salad dressing, boring. But she presents it nice, she cuts it into nice shapes, and I don't know. Even if I copied exactly what she done, it would still turn out worse. I've got a new litter tray and new litter for the children. It's the biggest litter tray I could find because I know Merlin was having problems with all the other litter trays. Too small, he couldn't fit in. So I've got a new litter tray for him. New litter as well, ever clean. Quite expensive, but it looks like it might last longer because it's like tiny granules that absorb everything straight away. There's no mess or anything. And they seem to track it less. I don't know why, but they seem to track it less. I've got a flap on the litter box at the moment, but currently I've left the flap up so that they get used to going into a totally enclosed space. Eventually, I'll lower the flap so they've got a bit more privacy. So we'll see how that goes. I know Merlin's been having a bit of a diet issue lately, but I've changed his diet back to Purina now, and we'll see if that is a lot happier since I changed him to Purina, strangely enough. He seems more content. He seems a lot more relaxed as well. He's more playful. He's generally all round happier. What else? I'm going to sit down later and, I've got me microphones through. I got the second receiver through this morning from Mr. Entertainer. Fantastic customer service. Marvellous microphones. Recommended highly. Don't buy any other microphone. Why waste your money? It will be inferior. I'll guarantee, unless you spend several £100s. The microphones you get with karaoke equipment, unless it's supplied by Mr. Entertainer, are rubbish. They're limited range, normally I think 100 hertz to 10,000. Not really tonally great. Mr. Entertainers are, I think, 80 hertz to 18,000 hertz. And that's more than the vocal range of it. I mean, the 18,000 will actually cover, musical instruments and things like that. Many singers cannot get up to 18,000 hertz. So, it's fantastic. The sound, it's easy to connect. You just charge it up, put batteries in the microphones, and you're away. I use a Wolfdown mixer unit, audio mixer, which confused me slightly on Sunday, but I sort of realised what was going on. So, thankfully, everything's working nicely. Finally got rid of the boxes behind the sofa. Even the Wi-Fi's behaving itself mostly. Occasionally I have to reset the router, but I'm not sure whether that's a router thing or... I've thrown the box for the router away now, I think. Threw that away at the weekend. No way I'm going to send it back. Generally it's pretty good. The occasional reset once a week, I can cope with that. And I'm not even sure if it's a router fault or whether it's something that Vodafone are doing. And it's causing the router just not to connect. Powering it off and powering it on isn't doing it. It needs, and this is the weird bit. Apart from changing the SSID and the password, I changed no other settings. And yet it needs a reset. And I don't understand why. Unless it's something to do with the SSID. I can't see that being the problem though. Hey ho, such is life. What else is happening? It's my friend's Mary's birthday today, so happy birthday, Mary. Been speaking to my other friend who's been having a bit of a crisis at the moment. She's a lot better now than she was a few days ago. But as she said to me this morning, it's like, well, I know it's going to happen again. I know mine will happen again. As she reminded me, once you've got this, it never leaves you. It's always with you, constantly through life. And it's just a matter of making sure you don't come into harm's way when you have a flare-up. And you try to stay safe, which isn't easy when you're on your own. It's not so bad if you're a couple or in a family group. You've probably got someone to talk to. But I don't know. It's all a bit, I don't know. On your own, loneliness doesn't cover it really. It's beyond being lonely. It's the isolation, physically and mentally, that it causes. And it's very hard to describe to people that haven't been through it. I mean, look at me, 4 days after the meeting with the National Autistic Society, I'm still having an eczema attack caused by a panic attack because no one was listening to me. I do hope someone reads that email this morning. I've also copied it over to Victoria Monroe, who's a local journalist that deals with East London. Although I still don't see Walthamstow as East London. It's North London in my book. Barking and Dagenham, yeah. Redbridge, yeah. But not Waltham Forest. That goes to the border of North London. Hertfordshire and that. So if it borders on North London, or its border is with Hertfordshire, that must be north, not east. So, I don't know. How's the stream going? This stream's going alright. I'm going to try the other laptop later. Switch the hard drive over. Oh God, no, do I really want to do it? No, because I want to try these settings on the other laptop to see if the built-in graphics card, because this is only using Intel graphics, to see if the built-in graphics card is any better. I don't know. Because I'm still hoping to get 1080p streams somehow. And I've got this funny feeling a built-in graphics card would be better. I mean, I love this laptop, don't get me wrong. I mean, for free, you can't turn it down, can you? It cost me £30 to replace the, in fact, I think it cost me £18 to replace the monitor, the screen on it. Because that's all that was faulty, the screen. And it's been absolutely marvellous. But I would like, 1, a bigger screen, and 2, 1080p streams. So we'll try that again later. I'm currently looking into getting on YouTube somewhere, like exercise routines for people with autism. I tried following Lita's workout yesterday and I just couldn't keep up with all the changes. It was the multiple positions, the elbow to the knee and turning and twisting. I just couldn't keep up with it. It was too fast. I could see what they were doing, but I think because it was 2D and not 3D, I could follow what Lita was doing, but I couldn't follow what he was doing on screen. But I still couldn't keep up with Lita. She was too fast as well. So I'm going to try and find an exercise routine because I'm fairly heavy now. Let's put it that way. And I need to shed a good £40 as soon as possible to get a little bit near a healthy size. £40. That, I don't know if you can hear it, but that is Gatsby purring in the background picked up by the microphone. Anyway, I've slightly overrun my time today. Sorry about that. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe, comment, mark the bell notification so you get notified of when I put another video up. Share, and all feedback is appreciated. Please go to the linked Facebook page that I've created for this channel and all my other channels, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for watching.